Perfect. All righty. Well, welcome once again, Iron Sharpens Iron viewers. I am Coach Chris, and this is Coach McCall, and we are here with another one of our clients, Dre, who has he's really been lighting it up. So I just want to give you kind of a moment to introduce yourself, Dre, and just tell people about yourself a little bit, who you are.
Yeah, my name's Dre. I'm from the Philadelphia area. Um, been uh, been a part of the Damascus Steel Program for about a little over like 2.5 months, I think.
About 3 minutes.
Doing well, and yeah, I work from home, father of two kids, two great kids, and yeah, that's pretty much me in a nutshell.
Right. What kind of work? What's your work look like, Dre? As far as workout
Yeah,
and stuff like that.
what's my work look like?
Yeah. What's your work
Um,
look like, and how is that? Let's say, how's that been as far as hitting your goals? How's that affected your goals?
yeah, my job is it kind of works against me in that way because it's all online. So I'm pretty much sitting in front of a laptop um, for 10 hours a day, and so that makes hitting goals, getting workouts, cardio. I have to plan for it a lot and make sure that I'm getting those things done before I start work or after or whenever. Sometimes I might even on my break just go get some cardio in for like 20 minutes real quick and then get back to work just to be doing something.
Nice. And was this your habit before, or what was it like before you joined the program?
Yeah, no, before I would try to do some things every now and then. Consistency was always a problem for me. So I would start something. I had a gym membership that I would go, all the time and then like gradually fall off and not go anymore. Um, the most exercise I was probably getting before this program was just playing with my kids, taking them to the park, run basketball or something like that.
Yeah, and I guess where did that lead you before starting into the program? Like
Yeah.
day one, where were you as far as physically and mindset?
Yeah. So I was probably the biggest I've ever been, getting close to like 300 pounds. And my mindset was definitely more defeated all the time in terms of thinking like, I've tried different programs, tried different diets and things like that, and none of it really panned out. Um, and so, this was kind of like a last ditch effort for me. Like this was like a Hail Mary, like, all right, if this don't work, nothing will.
Mhm.
And so, um, you know, like I had to kind of change my mindset to make sure I was putting in the most effort, like maximum effort into it. I didn't want to come into it thinking that it wouldn't work, or if I did, it probably wouldn't. So um, I had to kind of readjust my mindset coming into it, and so far it's been panning out well.
Good. What was it like being a dad and with your kids and being where you were before starting the Damascus Steel Program?
Yeah, so um, I I didn't fully realize how unhealthy I was until I kind of started losing some weight. There was issues like breathing would be tough for me sometimes, um, especially like laying down. I'd have to lay a certain way to breathe clearly, or it'd be more difficult keeping up with the kids, playing basketball with them or whatever. I will be tired quickly. Um, so I knew I wanted to be able to keep up with them better and do things better. Um, and as I've been going through the program, I've realized that uh, even other things like the breathing, which I didn't realize was associated with my weight at the time, but that's gotten better, and just feeling overall better. I would feel just slow and heavy not wanting to do a lot. And so, now I'm more energetic and everything. So.
Yeah. That's awesome. Well, before I ask about your results, I want to ask what drew you to Iron Sharpens Iron and reaching out to us?
Yeah. Chris, I think we have been friends on Facebook for a while. And I've been seeing some of your posts. And, as I've been trying to kind of struggling through it myself and feeling like I've done everything I could and wasn't getting anywhere, I decided to go ahead and reach out to you. Because number one, I knew you, are a believer, which is huge. And also, just as we were talking and everything about the program, and you were kind of telling me some things, showed me some other videos and stuff. I thought this is something that could work well and be realistic. Like I like the fact that it's realistic, gradual progression. It's not about some quick, like, lose 20 pounds in a week type of thing. That's not sustainable. It's stuff that I can actually make, life changes to just being a different lifestyle. It's not some quick thing that's supposed to work a miracle. And then, and then, what happens with those things is you end up gaining the weight right back as soon as you're done. So I like that. I liked that idea of it being that and holistic, Mikhail, with the nutrition and everything. So it's not just about a workout, but again, it's a whole lifestyle. So that's what really drew me in and really made me think that this could be, something that actually will work for me.
And I love to hear that, especially mentioning being a believer and being a father and just stewarding our bodies and being temples truly of the Holy Spirit that God's called us to be. I'm glad you've taken that and you're taking it to heart and you're really putting it into practice. I mean, that's the way God has intended you to be. So that's been great to see. And I mean, the results have shown.
Yeah. And also being an example for your kids. What is it like now being a dad and having gone through this program for the past couple months, and then how does it feel being an example for your kids?
Yeah, it's great. My kids, they see me working out and stuff, or they see, I'm cooking better meals for the family and everything. Which they get mixed reactions sometimes, but yeah, it's been great. It was funny. My daughter will try to join me in the workout sometimes. She'll try to hop on and do stuff alongside of me, and try to get my son to do it. He's a little more hard headed, but it's been good, and it's been good seeing them. Not be thinking about daddy being tired or anything like that, but being able to, keep going with whatever we're doing. It's cold out, so it's not as much like basketball and stuff going on as it would be in the summer. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that though too.
It's awesome.
Absolutely.
I love that. That is so awesome. I do want to say that one of the biggest inspirations that you've really drawn in when you started working out with Chris is that I always know that you're a father and that you really want to do this for your kids as well. And, with us being new parents soon. That's a great inspiration, not just for people that would be watching, but even for us. Like I tell Chris all the time, I'm like, I'm really proud of Dre. Like you're doing this because you want to keep up with their kids, but you also want to set an example for them in the future. Because you're the head of the household, so that's great.
And you've been showing it as it's a very powerful why, and it's something that's carried you and it's going to continue to carry you. I do want to touch on a little bit on the progress that you've made, and I want to ask, like overall with the program, what are some of the results that you've seen?
Yeah, so I'm about 20 pounds down. somewhere around there. Since
Yeah, about almost there. 25.
yeah, late September, early October. And that's been huge. I recently, you know, got some clothes and I bought it was a size smaller, which was a
That's what I'm talking about.
yeah. But more than that, man, I feel better. I don't feel as heavy or just slow or constrained anymore. Like I feel I'm a lot more energetic and just able to do different things, which is good for me in church and all kinds of stuff. So that's helpful. And I mean, yeah, I can actually, and I can really see the difference too, just looking at pictures from last summer to now. And I realized like, wow, I didn't realize how big I was at the time. But yeah, there's a lot of positive results, man. Even my eating habits, I realize I can't eat as much. I'm satisfied faster. You know what I mean? So I'm not bringing in as much and everything. So it's been good.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome for real.
I love that.
And I love that. So what we do with Iron Sharpens Iron is, kind of teach you a little bit more of how to make this more of a lifestyle and give you that framework to work within. So like you were saying, it's not just something that we just throw at you and it's something that you can't maintain for a lifetime. I think what you've picked up are tools that will serve you for years to
come.
come.
For the long run, yeah. My question is, what is it like working with Chris when he works out in the morning?
That's a great one.
Man. It's not easy. There are definitely times where I'm like, wow, Chris really is trying to kill me. But especially when the man makers got introduced, I was like, okay. but no, it's been good, man, and it's really encouraging. I know, there was times when I was down a few weeks ago, and me and Chris just hopped on the call and talked through everything, and that's what I appreciate, about you guys more than somebody that would just be a physical trainer or whatever. The fact that it's you care about me spiritually as well as physically and everything, and so kind of get the whole person in there, and that's great. That's been huge for me.
Yeah, absolutely. And you've mentioned the spiritual component. I know we have a couple things embedded in our program. What do you feel has been most beneficial for you in that area?
Yeah, the accountability aspect of it, the morning, the devotionals. I don't get them. I don't read them every morning, but when I do, like they're always, it's always something good and helping me to keep my focus, and making sure that we understand the spiritual reasons for doing this as well, right? Like in terms of, you mentioned it earlier, being a steward of my body. A lot of times that's not something that gets talked about a lot in churches and whatnot. So it's good to maintain that perspective. That it's a stewardship issue as well as just a health issue.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah, and I mean, it shows, your strength and your commitment to the Lord when you're able to, come from being almost 300 pounds and really be from there. It's hard. It's easy to kind of steward things when you're, at the weight you want to be and things are kind of floating along. But when you are coming from a place where it's like you recognize there's a need and then you start to steward it and you see the results that happen. I think that's a tremendous testimony, and I think that's what God calls us to be. Your experience with being in the church and having pastors and stuff.
Yeah, keep you accountable.
to help keep you accountable. And unfortunately, what we see a lot of times is a lot of pastors themselves don't take physical health as part of the whole, encompassing spiritual health as well. So I think that's something that you touched on that's missing a lot is, when we're in tune physically, it helps us be in tune spiritually.
I have one. What's it like with the accountability check-ins on Saturdays, Dre?
Oh yeah.
It's good. It's super helpful. Sometimes, there might be something that just from a check-in from another client will pick up that's helpful to me, and vice versa. There's been stuff that didn't necessarily where it's been us talking to each other that has inspired somebody, or myself included, to do something else, make a change, or come up with different goals, or whatever it may be. So that's been super helpful. And just having like I said, the accountability to make sure like we following up on goals that were set in the past, and things that I said I would implement, having that checked up on and followed up on is super helpful.
Yeah, I mean, for example, we had I remember it was almost 2 weeks before Thanksgiving, and we kind of set ourselves a micro goal of a weight to hit, and I put it. I thought I put it just outside of reach, but it's like it pushed you, and Dre actually hit the goal
Before
Thanksgiving. So it just shows the power of setting those micro goals and having somebody who helps you and is keeping you accountable.
I think I literally was like, I screamed when I saw that, and you hit your goals. We were so happy to see that. When Chris was like, Dre already got it. He already reached it before.
It's like 5 days left.
Yeah, we're like, what? He's really doing it. So yeah, we're really proud of you.
With everything we've talked about, and there are many people out there who are on the fence. We didn't know each other prior. We hadn't met physically. It was just Facebook friends.
We haven't met physically.
Yeah, we haven't met physically. But to those people who are out there who are still kind of like on the fence as far as should I reach out for help? What would you tell them about us and about what we do in the program?
Yeah, I would say definitely reach out for help. I think with this program, you will get the tools you need, accountability that you need. Everything is going to be customized to fit your needs. So whatever it might be, a physical ailment or equipment, whatever you may have on hand at the house, like they will make stuff to fit you, and do everything. Basically, you get every tool that you need to be successful. And so if other things that you may have tried that are one size fits all or whatever, this is not another one of those things. Like you will get every help possible to make sure that you are successful in achieving your goals with this program.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm glad you bring that up, because I mean there is oftentimes people go out and they find that one size fits all program. I mean, you can go to bodybuilding.com and find hundreds of them.
Mm-hmm. Or a quick fix, like a pill that they'll take, and
but knowing that you have a program that's customized to you and what you have available and stuff, I think that's something that should help entice everyone, because I know not all of us have access to barbells and gyms. You've seen our home gym.
Right.
We get it done with it, but we don't have the major equipment, but definitely still getting results.
Yeah.
That's awesome, brother.
So Dre, my last question to you is, what about the dads out there that have kids and
or
moms too, that are always like, I'm busy and I work long hours, I just don't have the time? What would you say to them?
Especially the single parents as well, because you speak well to them. You're a single parent yourself. So.
Yeah. It's difficult, and I think the main thing is, for me, the biggest thing is scheduling. I have to have a schedule, and figure all those things out and stick to it. But it's possible. There's always something that, at least for me, I know there was always something I was doing that I could have been doing something more productive. And so it's doable. Just be realistic. You don't have to be Superman and work out 7 days a week or anything like that. But I think, yeah, there's always a way if we plan our time right, that we can get some of those things done. When we're kids, I don't know, it might be a little more difficult with an infant or something like that, but still, there's ways to do that with the kids, and it's not doesn't take away or distract from it.
Yeah,
Awesome.
absolutely. My final question is really, speaking to, I guess, the other Dre out there or yourself previously, is there anything you would want to add or say to that person to help encourage them in this?
Yeah. Stop waiting. Stop waiting for something to happen. And be serious about it. Like, be realistic about where you are, and what you're putting in your body, and what your activity level. Stop putting things off. That the idea of, I'll do it tomorrow or next week, or I'll start on Monday. There's always going to be something that's going to come up and say, oh no, give it another day and wait. But that's just going to keep you in the same position longer.
No, I love that. That's awesome, because from our perspective, I think we told you about this in the past. We actually talked to somebody over the summer, and he actually was going to get a program gifted to him by family members.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and he still was putting it off, and unfortunately, we got news not so long ago.
A month after I think we spoke, a month and a half after we spoke to him, that the program that we have was supposed to be gifted to him. He actually passed away with a heart attack.
Yeah.
So
wow.
you make a really good point not to put this off.
Because everybody assumes that we can do it tomorrow.
You're right, but we don't number our days.
Exactly. So, I love that you pointed that out. That's a great point. Is there anything else you want to say, Dre, before we kind of do our little sign out?
Man, yeah. Again, I can't stress that enough in terms of stop waiting, and really, this is a matter of being a steward of what God's given us, right? He's given us these bodies to glorify Him with. And when you're always tired, can't really move well, can't breathe well, whatever it is, like there's a lot of ministry that we can't do because of that. So let's take care of what the Lord's given us and purpose it for Him.
Beautiful.
Awesome.
Yeah, I love that, man. That was an awesome sign off.
You can close it now.
Yeah, I don't want to add anything. I know, I can't top that one. For myself, I'm Coach Chris. This is
and Mikal.
And this is
Ray.
We want to thank all you guys for watching and tuning in and checking out Dre's testimonial. He's only part way through this, but I'm sure he's going to reach his goals, and we're gonna stick alongside him the whole way through. So we're excited to see where it goes.
Yep.
This is ISI Fit, reminding you guys to
make moves.
And Dre, what else do we do?
Not excuses.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. All right, brother. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
No problem. See y'all.
All right. God bless.
God bless, huh?